Oh,
Hey, how's it going?
good, man. Good. I realized that you guys got to come in with your own links. You're getting a link that comes in. So, mystery solved.
Okay.
Notice how both of your names is Robert.
Oh, yes, we're all Robert now.
It's very
I
flat,
think
but
Jimmy's.
it's on it's not accurate. Um, I don't know what the tech is, but we're getting sort of down to the. So when you came in back in the day, and I saw myself coming in, that was you. So that theory was correct. This is
Uh-huh.
because I gave you guys somehow the link that you guys are clicking on is a link that's assigned to me personally.
I see.
It's the same room, but I think it's here or there. It doesn't really matter so much, but just trying to prevent that mistake from happening again.
Sure.
Um, how's it
Yeah,
going, guys?
because it's going okay. Yeah, because I went to the website and I didn't see future classes listed, which you used to have them like a couple months in advance. It would say, here's the schedule for the classes. And that's now the last one was September. So I thought that had something to do with it, that the website hadn't been updated somehow.
Okay, thanks. That's getting there. It's not the website. It's the Zoom. The Zoom needs to be updated.
Okay.
I'll write that down. It'll be something I'll do tomorrow
So,
morning.
so does Joel know about all this?
Joelle's taking a break for a while.
Oh, okay.
Update Zoom. Update Zoom for Rob Live. Out to April. Yeah, I think that's it. I just have to go in and just give it a redo freshy. All right, guys. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Coach.
Good to
Yeah,
see you.
cool. All
Great.
right. Well, Eric,
Hmm.
get us up to speed. How's it been? It's good to see you again. I think I want to give you some quality time here. I think that's a lot about what we talked about. So,
Great. Great. Thank you. Yeah,
so
thank you very
let
much. Good. Good.
yeah.
I guess the one thing, I've been just moving along with the course. Uh, hit and miss because sometimes like everybody, I guess something else comes up in life or work or whatever, but the course has been great. One interesting thing, because I started right from the beginning when I got the full course,
Mhm.
um and I thought, in fact, I mentioned it to Jimmy, I thought the breathing exercises, there's about 5 of them, I thought those were really great just in terms of improving the
Yeah.
respiration. Yeah,
Yeah.
so been doing some of those and then just continuing to move along. But the main focus in the last like if I fall off and I come back to it, I just pick right up from track and release, and um and track and sustain, I think, and track and release. Those first 3 ones, just sort of going from there. Um and then I've been doing just in terms of my own composing, I've been while working on the Passaggio, I'm also maybe going down in some lower notes and wondering if I should be spending any time down there as well if I want to sing some things in a lower range, or just
Yeah.
focus on the Passaggio. I guess everything, right?
Well, yes. We'll want to spend most of our time working in this direction.
Okay.
Okay. It's because of the nature of the art needs us to get up here, and that's sort of, in some sense, the higher we go, the more difficult things get. It's not just only just singing high, but singing high gets more difficult because there's vowel modifications and physiology that has to be adjusted. It all has to be calibrated dynamically per the frequency, per the vowel, all that jazz. Putting it simply, therefore, I like the answer. The art the art form requires us to work in this direction
Gotcha.
mostly.
Okay.
But let's not forget to go in the other direction as well. I went through a phase in my training, getting to know my voice, where when I was a young dude, it was all about screaming high notes, going very much in this direction. That's all I cared about. It's all that mattered. Then I went through a phase when I was in my early, or maybe my mid or late 20s, where I started listening to a lot of Peter Murphy and getting in touch with, sort of a low or sexy stuff, and get in touch with my chest voice. And that really did me good.
Interesting.
That really did me good. So it really brought it all together, where you got the sort of the flashy, athletic-y stuff up here. And then when you go down, you sing low, you can kind of croon and get sexy.
Mhm.
And so that's important too.
Okay. Did you take a different approach in your training then when you were working on that low? No. Okay. Cool.
Nope, that's a great question, and that's the very next thing that we would probably want to touch on is, do we continue to try to thin as much as we can per the lower frequency? Yes.
Okay.
Do we try to keep edging and putting the resonance forward, behind the back of the top teeth, upper hard palate? Yeah, for sure. For
Okay.
sure. Yeah. But what does happen is things honestly just get a little easier on the low stuff, right? So one of the things you'll want to do when you're in your low voice is, if singing the high stuff is more about just freaking hang on and try to get through it, just keep the mass of the vocal folds compressed enough so that it sounds chesty and not like a reinforced falsetto, but it really sounds good and beefy. That's difficult enough. A good belt, maintain that vowel, which is very exotic, and all the physicality that happens to hold all that in that high instrument position. That if you could just get through it, God bless you. You'll sound great. Okay. But when you get down to the low stuff, the resonance, the compression, the athleticism, the physicality required to maintain something that sounds great on a low voice is just, quite frankly, literally not there as it is up there. Like, it's a very different thing, isn't it? Very, very, very whole different experience. So that's my point. When you're low, you have a lot of capacity that was otherwise, it was being spent on holding a card house together, barely, just praying to get through it every time, right? But when you're on your low stuff, the capacity to maintain that phonation package on top stuff is freed up. Freed up to do what, Eric? Pop quiz. If I don't have to worry so much about my phonation package elements being aligned, as I'm trying to sing, Iron Maiden song that's just pedals on a G4. If I'm not having to do that, and I'm on the low stuff, which is easy, then that frees up my mental focus and my capacity and my artistry to do more of what?
I mean, perhaps focus on the creative element, the interpretation of it, but I don't know that would take any kind of, I don't know if that physical energy would go into that.
Well, why wouldn't it? It does, but in a different way. Your answer is right. You're correct. Yes. So
Okay.
when I'm singing my low stuff, and technically it's easy, when I don't want to just kick my feet back. What I want to do then is really try to croon great. Really try to milk some nice milk chocolatey sound colors and play with vibrato and get a little bit of that in there and a little bit, really have fun on the low stuff and try to make it arty.
Okay, cool. Okay, sounds good.
Jimbo.
Yes. Who's Peter Murphy?
Oh, really? Eric, you know Peter Murphy, right?
I think so.
Wow, really, guys? Huh. Musicians like you. Here, I'm going to give you a famous album recommendation. Okay.
Cool.
Listen to it 2 times. You need to listen to it 2 times to kind of get it and let it grow on you, but it's really freaking awesome. All right. So Peter Murphy, he's a Brit, and he used to sing for a sort of a new agey band called Bauhaus.
Oh, I've heard of them. Yes, definitely heard of them.
Okay. So
Yeah,
after
heard of that.
Bauhaus, he went solo and that's all he's done. He's done a whole bunch of solo stuff. And his Back in Black, so to speak, is this album called Deep.
Okay, great.
Chesty, but really cool. Yeah,
Okay, great.
give it a spin. Okay. Any other questions? Any other shop talk?
I just been working on what you told me last month,
Yeah. Okay.
which was to do the Quack release, but like only do just the first 20% of it to just kind of
Yeah.
work on opening just
Yeah.
a little bit, but keeping
Right.
the vocal folds abducted. So I have been working on that all month, and I think I'm making some progress.
Well, that's good because that was sort of a innovative thing we pulled out of the air just to see what would happen.
No, I think it's good because it's separate. It made me so much more conscious of of the vocal fold adduction.
Yeah. Well, one thing that it should do is help you feel things a little closer, right?
Yeah,
If
I feel when it starts to.
slow, you sort of like see it happening when it goes slow. So that's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I got in a pretty good practice month for me. Yeah, yeah.
All right, Eric. Let's train with Eric for a little while. Okay, Jim. Let's
No,
give
that's
him-
fine. That's fine.
Give him some time, but I do want to hear you. I do want to hear your little compression squeaks
Yeah.
later. Okay. Yeah.
I'll just sit back and relax.
Yeah. Okay. And you finally shaved your beard. That's good.
I did, and I ordered a whole kit to to start learning how to do it myself.
You're starting to make me nervous there for a while. You're starting to look like Carlos Castaneda.
Well, that was semi-intentional.
Old man from the mountain. All right, Eric, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Do you have amplification? Do you have one of these?
No, sir, I do not. Not in this room at the moment. Nothing. All I have is I have a piano plugged in.
Let's do it.
So should I just?
Yes. I want to see what your jam is.
All right, so I'll just start. I'll start here, or should I start a little higher? Maybe G.
Hang on. Let's just back up just a smidge. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What do you want to achieve? Let's envision and verbalize the objective first. All right. So
Right.
I want to date that girl.
Okay.
All right. So I better have a plan. I better get some ideas going. Oh, she likes the Rolling Stones. I'm buying those tickets. You know what I'm saying? So figure out what your objective is first and then work backwards to get there. Okay.
Okay. Good.
So let's have some fun. What, therefore, is your objective right now? Not, not a big story, but just right now as we play together.
Absolutely. So I want to be able to, when I compose, the primary thing I'm doing musically is composing original pieces, usually starting on piano.
Okay.
There's certain chords that I like, and then I'm sort of improvising a melodic line on that. And many of those notes go up around the passaggio. And then I want to be able to sing those notes comfortably and then convert those into words. And I want to be able to sing original lyrics on top of harmonies that I've composed.
Harmonies or melodies?
Well, I want to be able to sing melodies on top of, the harmonies I come up with pretty quickly, maybe 4 chords. So yeah, then I'll just come up with a melodic line.
Yeah.
And then I want to be able to
Cool.
sing those notes.
and as a guitarist, right? Or
I
as
put guitar on as well, but initially recently I've been starting with piano chords mostly.
that's arguably even better.
Right,
All right.
right.
I mean, it's piano is really the second best instrument ever invented by man. What's the first, Jim?
Drums? I don't know. I was going in chronological order. It's probably the first instrument invented. I don't know. I mean,
Human
guitars.
voice. Come on, human voice.
Oh,
All right.
well, that wasn't an invention.
Invented
That's
by man.
is that an invention? That's why I wasn't saying that.
Lip trill swear.
Okay.
Okay, Eric, let's do it, man. I'd love to just see you do that. I'd love to coach you with your idea, with your jam, if you want to do that. Or you can just dive into the content and just go, straight up buzzing and we can
Yeah,
we can do alignment work like we always do, or I'm kind of like to feeling
no,
creative.
I'd love to show you what I'm doing. I'm not sure if this is like
Yeah. Good.
so again, for example, so maybe I'll come up with a harmony like that. And then the next thing I'll do, are you able to hear that okay?
No, I didn't hear. Jim, did you hear that?
No,
No.
not the keyboard. Is like noise suppression on or something, or that
Yeah.
one of those
It
things?
is. Will you help him out, please, with that?
Let me think. It's been
I've done that before. I think I know it's
like if you
approximately.
go down to your lower left-hand corner of your screen, and then there's like
Let me just play a chord one more time. I raised the volume. Do you hear this at all?
no, Zoom is choking it off.
I understand.
Yeah, if you go to audio settings, if you go to the lower left-hand corner of your screen,
Hey,
No,
yeah.
and then there's a little arrow next to where it says mute and the microphone. There's a little arrow pointing up, which gives you a menu.
Okay.
And the bottom of the menu says audio settings. And then if you go to audio settings, it says audio profile. Are you still with me?
I'm with you. I see audio. I see
Yeah, do you
audio
see-
profile.
Okay. Also, and then audio profile has some options. You might have Zoom background noise removal checked, and I would uncheck it.
Okay.
And I would go for your situation, I'd go with original sound for musicians because it says recommended for studio environments, which is definitely where you're sitting.
Okay.
So
Okay,
see,
what about echo cancellation is currently unticked
I
that.
think that's okay. I think that's okay.
Okay.
Let's see if we can hear you now.
Okay, let me
Your
just
keyboard. No.
No, the putting it on the musician settings is tempting. It looks like it's a good idea, but it actually
Bad idea?
it doesn't work. So
Okay.
you want to take the cancellation and put it to low.
Okay, and right now it's just so you're not hearing that, right?
Now we're hearing that. I heard that.
Oh, yes. All right. You're right. So my mistake. So Zoom background noise removal should be checked, and then the option underneath that is low. Whoops.
Look, guys. I'm sharing my screen. Eric, you see this?
I
Zoom
do.
background removal and then low.
I just see like a picture of a
Some
cat's
sort of a
face.
close-up of a rabbit, or maybe
Yeah.
No, that's my kitten. That's Diesel.
It's hard to tell. That is
Right?
wonderful.
See his tooth? All right, sorry, I thought you could see this. My apologies. Okay, yeah. Zoom background, noise, and hit low.
Okay, I mean, right now I'm at a setting, but if you're hearing it okay.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it sounds fantastic. Let's do this. Okay.
Okay, great. So you'll just let me know if it's too high or too low with the piano. But so I come up with something like that. And then I'll just sort of riff on that, and then I'll start singing melodic ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, so I might do something like starting maybe just with one or two notes. might be a while before something else comes up from that, but that's the kind of thing that I'm doing, and I want to feel like that highest note there, ba, like I want to feel comfortable with that note, and or should it actually be? Is my range actually an octave lower than that?
No, your range is. We've heard your range before. You can that's an E flat. You can get up to a G and an A and. I mean, I'd love to hear you get up to an octave. I like to hear in that at some point. You know, to get above the passaggio.
Right.
Let's continue. Let's keep doing this. This is good. So, do it again, and then all fine. But let's get some technique behind it.
Okay.
Once you have a melody, let's amplify. Twang. Go ahead.
Twang.
Well, open your eyes and amplify. Let's hear some real vocal tone.
Okay.
Don't make it sleepy.
Okay.
Sing.
Okay. Okay.
Thin out the vocal folds and brighten it up, and you get something more like ish vowel. No. You got edge your Caribbean vowel. Do this. Say N-O. Buzz off that nasal. Get it up fart. Get it fart.
No.
No. If you go hell, if you move your lips forward and start rounding it like a donut, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall back to that really dopey, unhealthy position. So you want to you got to snarl. You got to snarl in your O. Now it's going to be closed a little bit more because it is an O.
Right.
All right, but no, it's a no. It's still got an embouchure in there. You see that? You still got some teeth.
Oh yeah.
No. That's still. Go with this. Try this. N-A-H, nah. To get just more splat a little bit more. Get it forward. Get it forward. Don't get angry. Keep romancing it. Now, slightly. Shape it into something O-ish. Okay. Now it's not going to be O like the English language O.
Okay.
That's not the O. It's going to be a singing O, which is sort of a hybrid fuzzy thing of a lot of different colors, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Language vowels are very pure vowels. A, E, I, O, U with diphthongs, okay? Singing vowels open up and they're more like a rainbow. They're more like colors in between. They're more like a spectrum of rainbows. It's all very foggy, all right? So the O that I'm giving you, the presentation, the illusion is O, but it's really more of a cocktail of O and ah and a touch of
Okay. Okay.
No, that's much prettier, and it rings forward.
Okay. Okay. Na, ah, na.
No, and stop right there. It'll be O-ish.
Na.
Right there. That's it.
Okay, cool. Na.
Wingy, pingy, get it forward.
No.
That's more like it. Now try your song and modify to that O-ishness, and let's see if we can keep the whole thing pretty.
Okay. Na 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 no. Na 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 no. Na 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 no.
All right, great, good, cool. Now let's have some fun with that.
Cool.
Well, wait a minute. We were already having fun. Let's have more fun with that. All right. So you're sort of riding the tonic and the third a little bit. The tonic. That's fine. It's good for the beginning. It's very intuitive for people to do that. We all do that. But what you want to be super careful when you're singing to not always fall right into the tonic.
I see. Okay. Okay.
You want to sing other notes that are in the scale for the key,
Okay. Great.
which generally speaking are a little bit more difficult to hear.
I
Right, so
see.
what could we do? So do the play your little riff again, okay? And hang on, I'm gonna close my window.
Okay.
Play your riff again. Na 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 na. Oh, da 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 da. Na na na. Try to find the scale. What's the key?
I'm not sure. It might be in.
C minor.
Yeah, the first chord is C minor, and then B flat major, and then A flat major.
I mean, you could start with chord tones instead of worrying about the scale to begin with. You could just accent a different note of the C minor chord, and see if you start your melody on a different note, which will lead to other different notes.
You can do that, but when you're doing the scale, you're forcing yourself to fish for more notes. And it's true. One thing you could do is just find the third and play it and sing through the third, or sing through the fifth.
Okay.
So we can try that if you'd like. I'd also like to see you go. Yeah, you get it?
Yeah, great. So C minor, natural minor, whatever that is.
Something minor. Let's be a C minor.
Dorian.
Yeah, C minor. Some sort of C minor. It's C minor. All right. Okay. So sing just. Sing the minor scale as you're playing, and you'll start getting a feel for all the notes that are available to you in your.
Okay, great. So I don't so the passaggio is the fourth note, like around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, between E flat and C.
Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. So try to sing that scale while playing the chords.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I'm not sure if right now I can sing that while playing those notes. I could try.
Then play the chord and do the scale. Just to hold it and sustain it, and do the
Right.
scale down, and then play the next chord,
Right.
and then sing the scale up. You've
Cool.
got to get out of. You got to hear other stuff. You got to hear some other notes. All right.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just going to be tonic. You're just going to be the do boy.
Okay, all right, great. And so, okay, so thinning, prime mode. I'm not sure if I can get the next note. Try the next note.
Yes. No. Yeah.
Well, again, I hear I'm starting with the tonic. I don't know if I should avoid just start with the the C, or na.
Sing the scale on that. Na 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 na.
Okay. Na 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 na.
Back down, then down. Then play the chord. Play the chords. On the notes up. Play the chord again. Phonate the notes back down. Next chord. Play the chord. Phonate the notes up. Play the chord. Sustain it. Notes down. Next chord.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, very good.
Without accompanying yourself. So part of what we're trying to do here is get you to hear
I see.
without a cue.
Okay.
Because you're going to be playing something that might be a chord that's very, very root do-ish, or something that's maybe the third, all right, whatever. But I want you to be able to move around that. You gotta fish for the other notes that are in the key that you're singing, the key that the chord is creating a foundation for, other than do.
Okay, gotcha.
Otherwise, it's boring.
Yep. Okay. Okay, great.
You know, one of the things that made Lane Staley really freaking cool is he would, a lot of the melodies, and turns out to make it sort of bluesy and cool, is a lot of the melodies are riding on like minor thirds and some of the notes that are on the inside that makes it more bluesy and raw. Versus 1 3 5 3 1 3 5 3 1 3 5 3. When I try to get away from that.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Great. Great.
Go ahead. It's going to take work. Go ahead.
Okay. Na 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 na.
No. Okay.
Nah.
All right, next chord.
I think those are those three chords. Then it goes to like a B part, but so I would go back to the first chord again.
Oh, no, let's go to the B part.
Okay, so I think that was.
And you can, in this exercise, it's okay to just like go 5 notes if you want to. It doesn't have to be an octave. Just na 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 na. Start fishing around. Let yourself get free.
Okay.
Find the notes.
Okay, great. Na 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 na.
That was
That was not right.
that was not good.
Okay.
Try that again. It's a little closer than I thought it was, but it was still out.
Na 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 na.
You know, you're actually a tad sharp. Na 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 na. It's that third that always gets us. People tend to go sharp on that third. It's really easy to go sharp on the third.
I
I'll
see.
give you a little tip. When we're ascending, when we're on scales, and when we're doing melodies or scales, and we're ascending in a minor key or some sort of exotic mode, okay? The minor third, we tend to go sharp on it as we go up.
Uh-huh.
Na, 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 na. We tend to go sharp. And when we're going down, when we're descending the same exotic scale, for sake of this conversation, exotic means something modal. Okay.
Okay.
Think of the major. Okay. So when we're descending on the same scale, when we get to the third, we tend to overshoot again and go flat.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Careful on the third.
Careful on the third.
Careful on the third and some of those the black keys. Careful.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Na 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 na.
That's sharp. Na 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 na.
Na 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 na. Yeah. Oh, I see. This is a different scale. So this is not the C minor. Okay.
I'm gonna swap my batteries while you're doing that. Keep going.
Okay. Na 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 na. No. Come down. Na 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 na.
Na, 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 blah, blah. You're overshooting. That's
Lam, lam, la, la, la.
if you get those, I call them black keys. They're not always black keys, but I think there's probably a word for it. Minor thirds, black keys. You get what I'm trying to say. If you get those notes, then the others fall right into place.
Okay, okay. The notes other than the first, third, and fifth.
Yeah, the hard ones, sort of the spooky ones.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
You know, those the spooky ones. If you get the spooky ones, then the rest of them fall into place. And if you get the spooky ones, it just is all the difference in the world to make you sound really, really great.
Okay, wonderful.
Because people that are just good or okay, perhaps among other things, if you slow it down and analyze it, one of the things that's not making it really super great is because their minor thirds and their black keys and some of those spooky notes are sharp and flat.
Okay. Okay.
Just cleaning up those notes and giving them a little extra care. You're Barbara Streisand.
Okay. Okay, very cool. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's great.
You're welcome very much. I hope that was helpful for you.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I like your game.
Cool. Thank you.
I like it a lot. And if you play that the way I showed you, a lot of good things happen. You're going to tune up your ears. You're going to hear the scales better. But at some point, I wanted to transcend into creativity, something musical, because you wouldn't just be going linear up and down on the scales on a melody. You want to try jumping around and trying to create some different stuff on the inside. And if you're doing that, then you're David Bowie.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
And then you're Lane Staley, where you're not just singing 1 3 5 3 1 3 5 3 1, but you're grabbing some spooky notes. One of the things I liked about I'm not a big David Bowie fan necessarily, but I did do a couple of these songs, so you may have noticed it's on YouTube. And one of the reasons why it was interesting from an academic perspective was that his melodies are very linear that way. And he's the guy that will jump up and grab some of those black keys on those notes, and it might sound to some people sort of easy, but it's actually not. Very difficult to sing. More difficult than average to sing a David Bowie song because there's a lot of interval jumping.
Okay. To straight intervals other than a third and a fifth.
Yeah.
Right.
Or a second. It's going to be harder to jump around and grab notes that have distance between them. It's going to be more difficult to hear them and nail them than to walk up to them. 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1 2 3 3. That's much easier, isn't it?
Sure.
But if we're going 1 5 1 and we're doing that, then or trying to hit a minor seventh or ninth or third or something like that, then now you're a hot shit jazz singer.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
which we're not. But but if you want to be, you get really good at hearing that stuff. Okay.
Fantastic. Great.
Good. Fun. Yeah. Hats off to you. Tip the hat off to you for being creative.
Okay, thank you.
Jim, let's hear your compression squeaks.
What do you think?
Anchor your tongue. Jim, don't do this. And have your tongue floating around. That's a lost opportunity. Anchor the tongue, bends back bottom teeth when you're doing it. If you're trying to get compression, anchor the tongue so you can get sympathetic contractions. That back, that sort of back contract
Ability, yeah.
stuff. The adduction muscles. I'm feeling it. I'm trying to wanting to give you a kinesthetic coaching tip somehow. You know, Jim, I can feel lactic acid right here when I do that.
How do you mean? Like it?
Well, when you lift weights, you feel your muscles burning. You feel them heat up a little bit.
Are you feeling it heat up?
Lactic acid. It's lactic acid that does that.
Okay.
It's right. And don't ask me much more than that. But I can feel that. I can feel it. Point being, not like I'm doing elbows in, arm curls. Not like that. But I get a hint of it. It's coming in a healthy way.
Right.
My point is, there's a lot of anchoring there to make that happen. It's a lot of.
Okay, you're really working. The muscles are really working.
Does it look like I'm just chilling on the beach here? I'm pretty loose in other areas. It's isolated, but I mean, there's a lot of, I'm not saying maybe not a lot, but because it's very isolated, but there's extrinsic musculature and there's the little stuff inside. It's all, it's hunkering down. It's holding because the only way you can get through that. You got to get to an A. So if you just stay on the E, the musculature won't. If you just
all month, I was just staying on the E because I thought I was supposed to just do it partially.
That's fair. You're right. That was the assignment.
Okay. So but I could go to the A. Let me. Let me try F sharp.
Hang on. No. If you're just sitting right on the fence, we get the squirreliness where the voice is confused and it wants to go. Do you want me to go? Do you want me to sing that note? Yeah, here. Or do you want me to sing that note? Yeah, here. The body's asking you. You know what I'm talking about. The body's saying, do you want me to take the easy road and just sort of blow open and go to falsetto there? Or do you want me to pull chest there? Okay?
Let me try glissando. Let me try glissando up there because
Jim, fine. We'll do that. Just let me finish telling you, coaching you.
Fine.
You did the same note you just did, okay? And because students all around the world are experiencing this. I want everybody to hear this, not just you. Okay? So if you're sitting on the E flat, you're sitting on sort of those notes that are right between the passaggio, all right, and you're a beginner and you're trying to develop the motor skills, the body's gonna go, it's gonna yodel because it's confused. It doesn't know. It's saying, do you want me to go the falsetto or easy, or do you want me to pull chest where it's more physical and it's feeling grippy or muscly? Well, the answer is go below and pull up. Don't go. I'm sorry. Actually, both. I know that's a shitty answer, sort of confusing, but you want to do both. So make a commitment, all right? But right now, I want you to go above it.
Go up into it.
I want you to go above it. And work on getting connectivity out of falsetto.
Oh, okay. All right, I haven't done this before.
Top down. We used to call it top down training.
I felt like it went in for a second.
Anchor that. You don't anchor that, it's just gonna go squirrely all over the place. It's owning you right now. Yay! You gotta anchor that sucker. Muscle up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Bridge earlier on that movement. Bridge earlier. You're bringing your head voice down too low, and that's what's contributing to it being sort of squirrely.
Okay.
Lift up, pull back. There you go.
Can I try going from a C up to a G? I feel like I'm doing them worse now than I've been doing them all month.
Well, it's partly my fault. Okay, because I've got you off the path of your homework assignment, which you're working on, which I know you did a good job, and we sort of got off that a little bit because I just wanted to. I got distracted because I got distracted on some other things, which is all valid and good for you. But let's go back to your homework assignment, please.
All right. So I would warm up first with the basic tracking, the 3-minute tracking exercise, which is on your website. Then I would go to slow glissandos with fifths, with the 3 different semi-occluded phonations. Then I would do tongue up and then tongue down. Then I go up a half step. So I'll do this one with tongue up. I'll do the next one with tongue down. And that was usually going better than this. So I'd do a few more going up in half steps, and then I would go to F sharp and start do that partial quack and release.
All right. Okay.
But I swear to you that all month it was sounding better than it's sounding right now. I swear to you.
They always say that. They always say it sounded so much better last night.
No, it wasn't going like it wasn't doing this. It wasn't doing this. Let me rest for a second.
I know. I believe you. I believe you. You know. I know. It's just sort of funny. I don't know why that is. I guess I make you nervous or something.
No, I mean it's nerve-wracking. Yes, but let me just. All right.
Yeah, I like your workflow. By the way, I like this routine that you've created for yourself.
Yeah, and I was getting results. I was getting results.
In spite of me, you get it.
Even when I do the M, I'm wavering now.
I just feel like you're sort of wussing out a little bit on your contractions today. That's all.
I do too, and it wasn't feeling like that. I swear, even when I warmed up an hour ago, it wasn't doing this.
It's aligned well, and the academics of your training is really good. Like you've put together this workflow, this training thing, and it's got some deep science behind it, and you understand it, and that's a kind of achievement that's worthy of a compliment. I love. You're a really good student. You're a good experimenter. Okay, and that's good for you, and it's gonna help you. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of compliment there in some things that are happening. We just need to get the production, the final product to impress a little better. But I love your training. I like your training.
All right. So the main issue, your analysis of what's going wrong is the vocal folds are not going together and staying together in the position they're supposed to be in. Is that correct?
Always been your case. All right. So that just goes without saying for you. Okay.
Okay.
We're trying to fix that, but in pursuit of that, I feel like you're doing arm curls with 20 pounders when you really should be doing 30.
Okay.
I'd like to get more physical and more. I'd like to see pull chest more.
Let me try dampen and release and attack and release.
Okay.
Let me try dampen and release and attack.
Yeah. You know, that's the vibe I'm talking about. I'd just like to see you.
Babe.
That's dampen and release, not attack and release, but it's still aggressive.
I want to try both. I'll try both.
Okay, now that actually had the most compression in your entire lesson today.
Good.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? It was a little more compressed than the others, and that's what we should expect from a glottal attack. I like these glottal attacks on you today.
Yeah, they're doing. I mean, I've been practicing all month, so thank God, you know that you're hearing something, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, knowing that this is not what I want to demonstrate. What I would do after that, just so you know what I'm working on, is I would go to the same line from the Beatles song, and I would do all the different onsets with the releases, and then alternate that with singing the actual words. So for example, I would start with the simplest, just the M sound. And then I would, so that's separate breaths, and I would sing, 'cause I couldn't stand the pain. Then I would do it with one breath, same onset, one breath. And then go back to the words. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain. Then I go to the next one with the tongue up, the N sound. Do the same thing. Single breaths, one long breath. Alternating words.
Got it. So you track it with the semioccluded phonation, and you're alternating between the three nasals.
And also, doing that, and also alternating to the words of the song to see if I can apply that feeling.
It's great.
And then I go to dampen and release, same thing. So, bang, 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 bang.
It's just a development of the track and release exercise, isn't it? You're tracking and releasing in a different context with a little more. Yeah. It's really great. It's really great.
And so then I go to dampen and release. Bang, 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 bang. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain. I'm changing the rhythm just to, to make it the most.
Yeah, give it the same energy, because you're not singing. Give it the same energy.
Yeah, and then the final thing, I just do the attack and release. And then try it with the words. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain. That's basically what I've been working on: the slow glissandos, the partial quacker release, and then I go to this, and I've been doing, that's what I've been doing all month, and I felt like I was improving, but then I came.
No buts.
Okay, I felt like I felt like it's improving, and I wasn't able to deliver in the class.
But it's the voice never feels twice the same. So, but I believe you. You don't have to prove it to me. It's fine. So, you didn't feel like it was. It was.
Okay.
Let's get your programming a little healthy. That'll help a little bit too. It was getting better.
Okay.
And that's a more fair statement, really.
Yeah, there was a couple of times during the month where I sang that line with the actual words, with the actual rhythm of the Beatles song, and it actually, nothing bad happened. Like, was it as beautiful as Paul McCartney? No, but nothing bad happened, and for me, that's huge. But then then I come back the next day, or I try it again, and things start getting strange. But a month ago, I don't know if I had any successful attempts. It feels like a gymnastic routine almost. You know what I mean? Like,
it is.
Yeah,
it is. All right. So, Maestro Kyle used to say a lot of things, but one of the things he used to say that I always remembered, which I think is good for us to remember as singers, is the voice never feels twice the same.
Like day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute.
Sometimes it'll sound really great, and the next day it'll just sound like a choking duck, and you don't know why. But here's the thing: the more you practice, and the stronger you get with your motor skills, then that law still applies for everybody. But the story changes a little bit. Sometimes it feels really good. Sometimes it feels okay, and sometimes it feels really great. So the good news is, if you keep practicing and keep building your motor skills, you'll never have sometimes it's really shitty.
Which would be great. Yeah, but no, because my friend who's my former bandmate, who's my current guitar teacher, he said, "What's going on? What like let's do something. And I was like, I'm not ready yet. He said, send me recording. And I'm like, okay. And look, he's heard me sing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times before. But with the old non-technique, but we did gigs, we did hundreds of rehearsals. So I just want to be able to sing and know that it's good enough to take to rehearsal, that I'm not going to embarrass myself in front of my musician friends.
Don't worry about that. You need to apply this to bands and singing in front of a microphone and having to be on. And you need to go through it sounding shitty a couple nights. Hopefully they'll be patient with you. But one of the best things you can do to get your voice strong is to get off training stuff and get into a band environment where where you are forced to articulate through all the consonants and all the vowels and where everything is thrown at you.
Yes.
Okay. And so that happens to be another way to get really strong. You just hope that as you're working through all of that and you're trying to survive all that you've got good embouchure, resonance forward, crying, your fundamentals going, which is kind of what we're trying to do.
Yeah. I mean, as if I could just capture one pass, I'll send it to you and to him, just so it's like, look, I'm not lying. I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at today.
Well, I think you're doing great. I think you both have something in common today. You both have been innovative in your training, and you did what I like to call is an integrated training routine. It's a training routine that integrates different elements of the techniques that you've learned. It's integrating onsets, it's integrating vowels, it's integrating the content, a scale, some sort of pattern of notes to work over. And it's nothing from the book. It's nothing from my program. The elements, the pieces are the keep it forward in the cry. That is, but it's not a vocalese, right, from my program. And when you start taking the onsets like Legos and plugging them into some sort of pattern of notes, which we'll call a vocalese, and you add to that vowels and crying and things, when you start doing that independently without the book or a video showing you how, you're very proficient TVS technique person. That's the end game ultimately, is you get where you can just create your own stuff.
The end game for me is, I'm sorry.
To work on your own problems. And you're the perfect case study on that, Jim. You just,
I just want to be able to send you, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. I just want to send you a recording of a live recording of me singing the song and sounding good. And then to me, that's the end game. Like, because we have the video of my second lesson ever, which was during the pandemic, where my voice sounds like absolute crap. And I want to complete the journey where I can sing the song, like a song in this register and sound good and sound like a musical. So hopefully I'm working, get there.
You are, Jim. You are. It's not hopefully, you just are. You are getting there. I like those glottal attacks. Guys, we are over time, and I have another student actually I need to go.
Two quick questions, very quick. Homework assignments, keep doing what I'm doing?
I like what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay. And second is, when is the next class?
First Friday of November.
Okay. So first Friday of November. All right, good. I'm good for this month then.
Yes, I think you're both doing good work.
All right, thanks a lot.
You're welcome to come to the next one as well.
Okay, unfortunately, I think I'm working on, if that Friday is November 1st, unfortunately, I think I'm booked for work, but I'd love to see you again as soon as possible. So thank you very much, Coach.
You're welcome, guys. Good job, guys. You make me proud. You're good students. You know how to put this stuff together. Just
all right. I got ambitions, man. I got ambitions. All right. I'll talk to you next month.
Okay. Bye.